Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone on the internet. How are you doing? Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You, Scum and Villainy. I...
It's
um,
October.
it's October, and so therefore, everything is spooky, which is why I'm fine. Um, Hi, my name is Ash. I am your GM and host for today. This is my channel. We're here to play Scum and Villainy, which is a space-faring adventure game. We are sadly sans one of our space adventurers today, and it's been like a month, so I think it's only fair that like I'd be a little rusty. But yeah, I have with me today three lovely space adventurers who I will get to introduce themselves. Starting with clearly DC. DC, how are you? You look very Greco-Roman.
I'm feeling it today.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever drops of Greco-Roman flow through all of this, they're illuminated. Um,
Excellent.
I'm doing good. I'm
What
DC.
have you been up to for a month?
Being really sad
Oh, yeah, fair.
for a month.
Yep.
But I'm doing great today. I use they them pronouns, and I am a game designer, and you can check me out on Twitter. Right now, what I'm really interested in is Thane and returning to this game in outer space with these lovely space beings that I want to make babies with. Take that however you want to. I'm really cool with whatever interpretation.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
mean, space babies are a whole other thing, right? Like especially in like Star Wars universes and fantasy and things like that. Like there's a whole other thing. I was talking about on Twitter, like humans need to have the special ability in like Dungeons and Dragons that is just like they need to have the special ability will fuck anything, right? Like
Mm,
because like you always find like a fucking half mind flayer or whatever. It's like some human was, and it's always such and such human, right? It's always the human that was like, oh yeah, tentacles. That's that. Let's make sweet love. Let's make it. Let's make progeny. It's just someone rocks up in town one day, being like, "Hi, I'd like to join your adventuring party. I'm a bard and I'm a half barrel." It's just someone just human magical ability and make a baby with a
Sounds like
barrel.
an
I don't know.
Oglaf comic.
Oh my gosh. See, this is the thing is, I reckon Oglaf is totally on the money. Cammy, hi. Uh,
Hello.
what Oglaf comics have you started in recently?
That's funny because I had an Oglaf dress-up party a while ago, and I was the mistress.
I remember that. I remember that. I had a Mr. Teak.
You had a parrot in your short shorts.
That's right, I did. Yeah.
So I'm Cammy. I use she/her pronouns. For the last month, I've got my forklift license. That was cool.
That's awesome.
Now you can drive forklifts and not get arrested for it.
Yeah. Or kill myself with a forklift, and then the insurance will be okay. And I am playing Tin Can, the clone person with lots of clunky cybernetic stuff, and they are a mechanic.
Yes, excellent. And then finally we have Cherry. Hi, how you going, Cherry?
Hi, I'm good. I have been very busy and I'm extremely tired.
You completed like 2 or 3 AAA titles in the last month.
Yeah, and also I spoke at PAX a couple times. And then I got back from right before I went to PAX, I got invited to do another talk in Paris this month. So I've been working on that as well. And I'm also moderating a panel at that conference. And I submitted 2 talks to GDC this week. So maybe one of those will get approved in November. We'll find out. Oh, and I'm going to Ubisoft in November for for work. So I'm really busy.
Yeah.
Very tired.
Low down.
Yeah.
I will sleep in the new year, hopefully. Although if I get accepted for GDC, I'll have to write those talks, so maybe not.
It's
Anyway,
fine. Just
it's fine,
recycle your
won't
talks
worry
from
about
other
that.
things.
Yeah, won't worry about
That's
that.
what the pros do.
Yeah, I am Cherry. I use they them pronouns. I'm playing right now a ancient AI core that lives inside a kitchen droid that can make magical pancakes. That pretty much sums up my personality. So
Yeah. When you were tweeting earlier, you're like, I make such weird characters. I'm like, yes, you do. It's amazing. You gotta bring the creativity. So, as far as our story goes, we kind of finished on. We didn't complete. We didn't like do like downtime and stuff after that mission. Did we really finish the mission last time?
We didn't leave the planet to get the payoff. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Where
we were thinking of going back.
Yeah, exactly. So what was it that we? Who wants to give me a recap as best they can? Does anyone remember things? Yeah.
I remember that I didn't mean to lead, but I ended up leading. That's what I remember. Sorry, go on, Cammy.
So we got the job from the spooky people, and then we also got the option of visiting Tin Can's sibling on the desert planet, and we tried that and we crashed and it was terrible, and so we left. And
That's
so,
right.
and then so we've come back to look for the radio thing that the spooky people want, and it's on the planet full of jungles and monsters, and so we landed on a mesa and or butte, as Jason would know them called, and so then we climbed down from that and had to make it over a lava chasm, and so we pushed a rock over and climbed over the rock, and then we got into the silo thing where the signal was coming from, and it was all very dark and spooky, and Reciprocity doesn't have the legs, so they hovered down to where the signal was coming from and tried to get the signal thing and woke up all the hologram zombies.
Yeah, who can?
And then we blew up the power cable for the hologram zombies, and so they went away. But then we realized that the power was letting the cute little way spirits out of some sort of enclosure, and so then we were wanting to try and free the way spirits. But we thought we'd better come back for that.
Yeah, so we managed to make it back to our ship with I think it was Reciprocity that has the thermos like radio thing that the signal was coming from.
Yes.
Yeah, because the stairs were broken, so Reciprocity was the only one that could get down.
That's right.
I think we're all really stressed too, I seem to remember.
That I think is probably true. I'm just trying to remember which was the faction that gave us the job, because I think they spoke with it was probably, I think it was Thane that they spoke with.
Before, as I was lubing up for my orgy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
And that day the mini space babies were made.
I'm just trying to remember which one they are. Anyway, we can come back to that. I can work that out later. For the moment, you're you're on your ship. You can just fuck off and finish the mission, if you want to, or you can hang around and make things more problematic for yourself.
I kind of want to.
We were going to use the broken grappling hook cable to wrap it up onto the thing that was holding in the
like the tank thing.
Yeah. And we were gonna
pull it out. Yeah. Well, that sounds like that sounds like you probably want to get the ship a bit closer for that, because like it was, a half a day's journey through the forest. But now that you know where it is, it shouldn't be an issue. So if someone wants to helm the ship and try and park it next to / on top of the weird missile silo that this was stored in.
Good luck, Tin Can. I think you're the only one that can.
That sounded like the beginning of a song.
I will attempt this.
Let's see how it goes.
I think both Tin Can and Reciprocity were very keen about letting the little spirits out. So
Yes.
what is our position and effect?
All right, so let's have a look at the situation. Do we think there's a chance of something going wrong? Yeah. Do we think there's a chance of something? Do we think there's a chance of it being like very major going wrong, i.e., death is on the line? I don't think so. So risky. Do we think that that you can achieve the whole thing? I think you can. So not limited. You know, i.e., getting to where you want to go. Do we think that you can like fucking ace it and like and park it, you know, perfectly? I don't think so. So standard.
I believe in you.
Yes. Nice.
Nicely done.
Good
Let's have a look. What's our So
It's a 5.
for a 5, we need, yes, we're trying to remember to like actually say what our results are, aren't we? So that's a 5,
yeah, that's right.
which is a success but with a complication. So let me have a look at my table of complications for risky.
Very specifically, table of contents of spaceships in a jungle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Table 323.
I think we're gonna take some hull damage. Because I think like we're trying to like park it on all of this like rocky, because we're right next to a volcano, right? So there's like all of this sharp rocky volcanic stone, and there's all of these trees. I think like there isn't a clear spot to park without just being like we crush whatever's underneath us. So I think we mark a point on our hull. Where is
Our ship is in bad shape.
It's not in the best shape, no.
It's not in the worst shape either. I mean,
That's
really.
also true.
Only the grappling hook was damaged in the other crash.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we've taken 1 point
the
of hull
comms are
damage
still fine.
and 1 point of weapons
For a
damage.
change.
Yep. Cool. All right. So, but at the same time, like we don't have weapon systems for the grappling hook to hook into, so the grappling hook is currently like hanging off the ship a little.
It's so taped on.
I love it.
Yeah. So, yeah. What does it look like as you pilot when you pilot the ship into the spot, Tin Can?
Internally or externally?
Either.
I think it's a pretty standard takeoff and landing, but yeah, they crush like a big tree or a big rock, and they're like, why didn't anyone tell me that was there?
Yeah, right.
It's supposed to be my spotters.
Yeah.
Me and Thane are just in the kitchen eating pancakes.
Yeah. Now there's 100% now like all sorts of like weird little six-limbed little like feathered creatures like climbing all over the ship that were in the tree that got crushed. There's like one of them like appears in the window next to the kitchen, is like you know, and like tries to like get in and bite at you. Doesn't understand glass. But yeah,
The data probably came out as a pancake that we were going to hit something. Didn't notice. Just like,
pancake just says pancake reading like crash imminent. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so outside we see the we see like reciprocity and like in a kind of slightly banged up shape, like slightly like slightly askew, parked in the jungle, and next
You mean
to
the
this.
Rhapsody?
What did I said reciprocity. Sorry, the Rhapsody. I need caffeine. Hey, parked next to this big metal rusting white silo thing, and I think like given the state of it mechanically, I think like when you land, the grappling hook 100% just falls off.
Oh,
Great. Oh, poor Tin Can. My heart just broke.
how can I fix that?
I mean, you can fix it with a rig roll.
I can do that.
Is that so? Yeah, like what do you like? I suppose like do we see the door, like the drawbridge?
I forgot we had a drawbridge.
We have a person who just.
I don't think does the Rhapsody
The
also
drawbridge
have
is
a
open.
portcullis and murder holes and
A
crenellations?
crocodile falls out of somewhere.
No, the what is the word that I want for like lowering door thing? Gangway? The gangway
The
lowers.
docking-
Yeah.
The docking port.
Yeah. I'm going to say the gangway lowers. So that like, 'cause, like we always have that image, right? Like all like 60% of like spaceships all have a door that like lowers down into a ramp, right? Like that's
And
just
people walk off.
that people
in
then walk
clothes.
off, right? But I don't know what the word is
Yeah.
other than drawbridge or gangway. But so so they that lowers and yeah, I think we see Tin Can's face fall as they as they realize that the grappling hook has fallen off.
Just a really deep sigh.
Yeah. What's the plan?
I think I will repair the thing, I guess.
Cool.
I'll find the duct tape.
I will use my special armor to push myself to repair it.
Cool. Sounds good. I think this is controlled, right? Like, there's not a lot of risk of things going horribly wrong.
Maybe I won't then, because I've got 2 rig. It'll be okay.
This is controlled, limited, so you could push yourself for increased effect. If you want to, if you've got 2 stress to spare.
I have a thing that lets me spend, so I have special armor that I can spend to
Push yourself.
push myself.
Cool, great, that'll do it. Yeah, so do that, and then you can have rather than like limited, which is it's reattached but only like duct taped, you can actually have it semi-working. I mean, it's still damaged, but hey,
Yeah.
awesome, a 6, so that's successful. Yeah, so like what do you use from the jungle to reattach this? Or is it
So
stuff
little
or is
bitey
it,
things like a stapler.
or are you using like bits from in the silo?
Yeah, I imagine I just go and grab like steel cable and stuff from inside the silo.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah.
Yelling at Thane to grab this or that, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And then
Grabbing. What do I do with this?
Yeah, it's the thing of like, pass me the meta screwdriver. A what? And just
No,
hands
I
you-
am the meta screwdriver. Thane needs to go and get the parts.
Oh, okay, right, cool. I mean, if you're getting them out of the silo, that's risky.
Oh.
And just, but I mean, like we've established that you succeed, so, yeah. Thane, what is it that you Like, because remember, there is no way down to the base of the silo, right? What are you grabbing from like just out? Is it just, are you pulling open like panels off the side and just pulling wires out, or how are you getting parts from the silo without getting down to the floor?
I am definitely grabbing at things that look
Mechanical.
That look like yeah. This is a thing that looks slightly, very ever so slightly like something that could work, and apparently getting a little lucky.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
Mostly
it comes down to Tin Can's help, Tin Can's skill, I think. Tin Can's like, oh, for fuck's sake, all right, I'll use this instead.
Call me when you need to shoot something.
Meanwhile, Reciprocity's just like hovering.
Yeah,
but, like,
right?
back and forth, just like really awkwardly in the way.
In my head, I like in Reciprocity is also like clearing their throat, being like, right? being like, Thane, go and get me parts. And Reciprocity is like, what am I, like, you know, like tinned beef? Like,
except Reciprocity doesn't have a voice, so it's just like little exhaust sounds.
The little skull makes the closed caption, so it just says clear throat.
Coughing.
Yeah.
Cough.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, we have a grappling hook. Night is approaching quickly. At this point. And like the sky is going a kind of like deep, what's the word for like dark cyan? Because cyan's like aquamarine sort of color. As the sun like casts these kind of blue green rays through this particular atmosphere.
Turquoise,
yeah. And like overhead a bunch of like weird like snake things, like as the sun sets, a flock of snake things flies overhead, setting out for the night from wherever they had been coiled. There's like big long glider wings down the sides of them,
like dawn gliders, but at night.
Yeah.
So I guess we give Reciprocity the grappling hook and wish them luck.
Good luck, little buddy.
So the grappling hook is like a couple of meters of steel, right? Like it's big enough to hook onto a ship and like pull it in.
I guess we tape me on with.
Like if you hand it to Reciprocity, right? It takes like I don't think like Thane might be able to lift it on their own, but like Reciprocity is absolutely just goes doo, right? And like
I guess because I don't want to fire it at the bunker because that's just nonsense. So I think if we
let me down,
we'll reel it out and let Thane and Reciprocity down to the container.
Mm-hmm.
With the lengths of the cable.
Yep.
We're saving the wilderness creatures.
Yeah, I would, because this thing would weigh a little bit less than a Mini Cooper, right? Like the hook. But not a lot less. So yeah, you can like push it through the dirt over to the door of the thing and then just drop it down and then climb down the rope after it.
Yeah. Have we all got communicators?
Yes.
Everyone's marked communicators. Yep.
Yeah, because we still haven't
done downtime yet.
Last time.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we've had communicators since last time, I think.
Yep. All right.
The one lesson we've learned.
Yeah.
Everyone have communicators.
It's the one thing.
So I feel like there's a role here for there's a scramble roll for Thane to make it down, and I think this includes the pushing of the thing and the getting things into place, right? I think the whole I don't want to do like each individual part, but I think the whole getting everything into place needs to be a role to get things downstairs.
So
To not be crushed by a giant hook.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's a risk here that the hook does damage to the pod. There's a risk here that Thane maybe gets hurt. There's a couple of like different things that are possible risks. I don't think that this is dangerous. I think it's just risky. Not desperate. I think it's just risky. But the fact that there's no second chances on it, right, makes it risky instead of controlled.
I am going to take 2 stress to push myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then also use a gambit.
Cool.
Is also standard?
Yeah, risky and I think standard. Standard is you do the thing.
Okay. So I had no scramble, so I'm getting 2 dice on this rather than
none. Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
5.
I'm gonna let you choose, DC. Do you think it's more interesting to have Thane be injured or that the pod gets damaged?
The pod getting damaged is more interesting.
Yeah, cool. All right. So as soon as like it falls down, so like it falls down like a fucking claw machine, right? Like, and we immediately just hear this like weird metallic puncturing noise, as as it does what it's designed to do, which is one of the hooks pierces the hull of the pod, and Thane, you're about to like jump down, and immediately just like a gush of this like black liquid just flies upwards, almost in like a spout, and you can see it spraying out of where the pod has been pierced.
I look down at the black group. You okay?
I mean, yeah, it continues to spurt upwards. So it's spurting upwards, collecting in the roof of the silo, and then whenever then spilling out the door when it's like overflowing from inside the roof, and that's when you see the little black droplets of it flying off in different directions.
Didn't it turn into cute light things?
They were cute little. They were little balls, and
the little black balls.
Yeah, and reciprocity attuned to find out what they were thinking or feeling, and all we got was that they wanted to get away. I think, if I remember rightly.
They didn't want to be trapped because being trapped was cold and dark and alone, and that they were very hungry or something, or bored.
A little bit of both,
Yeah, kind of both in the same thing.
Oh, that's not good. Generally,
That they were hungry bored, or bored hungry.
They're not eating me, right?
No.
Okay, then we're good. No, yeah, friends.
So yeah, you can climb down, up and down easily, Thane. And yeah, it's currently got like one hook into the pod. So if you like closed it, you could probably pull it up, but someone would have to go down and like manually winch it closed because the thing is damaged.
Then no, I think we're good.
We wanted to let them out, right? Wanted to free them.
They're spurting out.
Yeah, you can just pull the thing back up now and not pull the pod out if you wanted to.
Well, yeah, the pod was just what they were in. We were just trying to free them. It was a destructive plan to begin with. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. In which case, yeah, you can just pull it back up without it's not a roll. And yeah, we just and like when the hook comes out of it, right, the spout turns into like a gush of this black stuff. and it doesn't take long before it like kind of sputters empty. And yeah, there's just like a bunch of it is like caught on the ceiling here, and then yeah, whatever's flowing out over the out of the door, it's just going off into the sky.
Is it
making
pretty?
I think given that Reciprocity is like bin attuning, I think Reciprocity can just get the general feeling of like children at a carnival just running around with their arms in the air screaming in excitement.
We've unleashed the Black Death upon the universe.
But they're so happy to be free.
Yeah.
We did a good thing.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, we'll find out. Cool. All right.
I wonder if I should make sure there are none that have attached themselves to our ship.
Yeah, that sounds like a study or a survey.
Could I attune?
Yes.
In that I'm sensing their presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you can. I think that makes it limited.
Okay.
But I think it's controlled.
Okay. Can I swap position for effect?
Yeah, what does that look like?
I think Reciprocity just like thinks really, really, really hard, and it might really hurt if they think too hard.
Okay, yeah. I feel like there's a thing here where you're really opening yourself up to their influence. I think that's certainly a possibility. So yeah, let's do that. So that becomes standard and risky.
Cool. Six.
Awesome.
Yes. We're so good today.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are doing well. So yeah. Some of them are collecting on the bridge, like the front window. There's some that are like collecting in the corners, and you can and like they're trying their best to like seep through the gaps inside to get inside. And then there's some that have like gone into the section where the door is open, right? And they are all collected on wherever there's like lights or panels or interfaces. They're kind of collected there. Not many, but like, you know, a small group.
Okay. Reciprocity lets everyone know with their little friend, well, Tin Can's friend, who is currently being borrowed, that we have friends, we have stowaways.
We have friends, we have stowaways.
Yeah.
These sound like two very different things, Reciprocity.
Can we
I'm
like
not sure.
shoot them or blast them with a leaf blower?
We have a leaf blower?
You have Tin Can.
Do you have a flare gun somewhere?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. Does anyone have
Let's shoot a flare.
Does anyone have anything like that in their gear?
Oh, because they like shiny things, of course.
Yeah.
I have a detonator, but if we're using the same kit, then I've already thrown that.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, we could.
I also have a detonator, though.
I mean, you could do that.
Make an explosion in the sky, and then hope that they flock like moths
in the
to
sky.
Like moths.
Explosion in the sky. I can blow up twice as high.
If this becomes a moth meme episode, I'm out.
It's becoming a post-rock reference.
Yes, I actually was thinking of that. I find out that we have some similar musical tastes.
Yeah.
All right, let's blow up some space, because we shouldn't really blow up anything specifically.
Okay, so
Just-
trying to blow up Trying to rig a detonator to explode in the like when you throw it into the air is definitely risky.
And something that Thane would try.
Yep. As far as your intention is to get these things to like go to that instead, isn't it? So I think that's limited at the moment. Just because like it exploding in the sky is gonna be like is gonna take him only be there for a second, so like they might not notice. Or
Can I rig the detonator
what do you want it to do?
to go instead of?
That sounds like a thing you can try rigging.
Yeah,
that
makes
sounds
sense.
desperate. Desperate. Great.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think if you rig the detonator, then like that's enough to like do the check for handling the things.
Ooh, a 3.
I have rolled some 3s on handling a detonator.
Hey, you got some experience though.
You did get experience for a desperate roll. So on a desperate roll, severe harm, serious complication. Oh,
Too bad I already used my special armor.
I mean, look, I'm gonna say that this like does the thing. I think that this technically works. I think Tin Can is gonna take severe harm, like massive burns, because I think you've set off. So like you put it off somewhere to like set it off, right? And you like pull a ripcord because that's how you've decided to create the thing, and end up getting tangled in it as it goes off, and like blows up part of the volcano side, which starts spurting lava.
Wow, this is just like Monster Hunter.
So now there's like there's like a like the whole ground shakes, right? And yeah, lava magma is like coming to the surface out of this like little crack crater that you've blown up into it. And yeah, and you've got like this cable that's like tangled around your leg that's slowing you down, and so yeah, you take severe harm from the burns as the lava hits you. What does everyone do?
That's level 3.
That's level 3. Lava
What's
burns.
this?
I mean, yeah, like Cammy, you can resist consequences.
Oh yeah, that's a thing I can do.
Do you want to resist the burns or the setting off of the volcano?
The setting off of the volcano.
All right, sure. Yeah, let's resist that.
What about the getting entangled? Because we want to make a getaway.
No, the entangled is what causes you to get the burns, right? It's not slowing you down continually. It's just you fall over, and by the time you're up, you.
I will resist the burns just because I'm tough.
Sure, sounds good.
Resolve or prowess?
It's a physical harm. So physical harm, I think, is always the middle one. What's the middle one called? Prowess. Yep. So this will resist it down to 2.
Oh, nice.
You pay no stress for that. What does it look like? How do you not get burned?
I think it just
or get burnt less.
It like melts some of their techno robes. Oh no, they're in overalls now, aren't they? So it melts like a clasp off their overall and goes through one of their metal shoulders. So they're not like feeling it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So it like they're aware of the heat and the pain in the joint, but it's not like it's burning on flesh.
Yeah. So do you want to knock that down to a level 2 harm melted? Seems good to me.
I have a torn rotator cuff right now, so this is very visceral.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, yeah. All right.
Oh.
So yeah, melty shoulder, but and yeah, so there's lava now running down towards the ship as the volcano once again rumbles and shakes the earth around you, and like bird-like things, a bunch more of those snakes erupt into the sky, making like long, slow moaning calls.
But the fairies are like, "Ooh, lava bright."
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
A bunch of the fairies start. A bunch of this like black ooze starts like flocking towards the lava.
So we no longer have stowaways. At
Prob-
least, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Go.
Let's fucking
Arcana.
go.
Yeah, let's leave.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Who's doing that?
So I guess we need to reel in the grappling hook first, or
No,
Is it
we've done
not-
that already. That's why that
Okay.
we
Yeah.
reeled it in and pulled the pod, like ripped a big hole in the pod.
Yeah,
Okay.
reciprocity, I think you should fly us out of here.
I'll do my best. Okay.
So this is desperate because there's lava.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? You just trying to get off the planet safely?
You're just trying to get into the sky, I think, away
Yep.
from the volcano.
We have afterburner.
Not necessarily even into space, just away from the volcano.
Yep. Okay. So desperate standard.
I will help for a stress.
Yep.
I will run in and just flop my dead middle arm on the afterburners button.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Bang!
Also, we have 2 gambits left.
Yes, I was just going to say I'm going to use my starting ability, which is the way. I'm going to use the way to sense a path, hopefully, that will help aid my lack of piloting skills. To spend a gambit instead of any stress, I'm going to spend 2 gambits.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
So now we have 3 bonus dice.
Cool. Excellent.
6.
A 6. Excellent. Yeah.
Clean.
We see the Rhapsody make its way, like, yeah, just smash its afterburners in Atmo. A bunch of the atmosphere just catches on fire. A whole chunk of the of forest is just torched. And the Rhapsody just goes straight fucking up. Like it looks like a NASA launch, right? Just
We just made a hole in a planet.
It's okay.
It's okay. That's the demon planet. That's the hellscape. The jungle hellscape.
But yeah, you make it into
This
space.
planet deserved it.
You make it into space. Good job, team. Look, I didn't even put any of the like really nasty jungle creatures onto you. I'm like, y'all had a pretty nice time considering.
I was fully expecting those snakes to come for us.
Look, I had the reason I was signaling them was future badness. But yeah, we make it.
Oh, I just
into the sky.
realized I should have used my stress, so I passed out and cleared my stress. Damn it, I forgot that.
I gained a trauma.
Damn it. Oh well.
Oh
well.
So we're in space now.
Yeah, so like we see the green the green turquoise of Akedi disappearing away beneath us. We pass by a couple of small moons and asteroids just whoosh, as we drift off into the black. We see Breck burning its deep umber orange in the distance. We're pretty far out from it at this distance, and it goes from being hectic as fuck to being suddenly peaceful.
Nice.
The quicksand light is like, quicksand?
Quicksand?
No, space.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Cool. What's the plan?
Take a
I think
nap.
we should Yeah, take a nap.
Should we
Take
take
a
our
nap.
first break here? It's a bit early, but we can take our first break here, and then we can decide.
Do we want to contact the people real quick and then take a break?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Sure.
I'm
So-
trying to remember what faction they were.
They weren't the night speakers.
No, they were. I remember now. They were the people who gave who gave the radio technology. Who are they're called the Sahir?
Right.
Yes, tall, ebon-skinned Xenos who travel with blindfolded servants that speak for them.
Sound like they're great at parties.
Yeah, they're the people who invented the Ansible or gave the hegemony the Ansible network. So they were upset that there was something broadcasting on Ansible that wasn't.
Do we want to sell it to the black market?
Instead of the people we're supposed to give it to?
Because it's a new device. Like it's an off-market device.
How much money were they offering us? I forget.
I'm trying to remember also. It's probably like they're probably offering like 4 coin for it. Is my or whatever it's called, cred.
We are supposed to be smugglers.
I think we should.
So on the
I
black
think we
market?
should.
Say we didn't find it.
I think we should. Reciprocity doesn't understand these things.
DC think it's a spooky idea, but Thane throw in some extra cred, you know.
Okay, so they were offering 6 cred is what I'm retconning it to because I don't remember what the number was. But you might be able to get more on the black market if you make connections with the right people.
Well, yeah. We should get cred or ship parts.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Who do I know?
What type of device is it? It's a radio device?
It's currently broadcasting. It's broadcasting onto your Ansible radio, right? So your radio is currently just being like blah 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 blah.
No, because I wrapped it in a lead sheet.
Yeah,
You wrapped it in
I
a lead
remember
sheet.
that. And
Yeah,
I remember that.
because it's broadcasting just like that bit in like Age of Ultron where the evil AI is like reading all of the internet, or like the same thing from it's just like all sorts of like random bits and bobs, right? Like the galactic hegemony was established in year X. You can make pancakes out of eggs and flour, right? Like,
What if we hook it into our ship and teach it things? But it's a faster than light radio.
Yeah.
So it communicates across star systems faster than radio waves can go.
Which could be potentially dangerous. So the thing about the Ansible network is that it's faster than light, but it's specifically the Ansible network is specifically designed to preserve causality. You can't time travel, or you can't use it to. It can't affect things before. Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
The Sahir specifically have this whole thing with causality, where they're like, no, the Ansible network will never send you a message that would change the outcomes of things before they could have happened. Whereas this one is not technically an Ansible device; it's just broadcasting on the Ansible network.
Do you have any contacts, smuggler Thane, that might? Because I've just got Gilda sibling, and my negative contact is a previous employer. So
I have a proposal.
Yes.
Could we take it to the conclave that we don't personally know, but Reciprocity clearly has connections to at some point in their vast history, because being an AI, they would be kind of like, I don't know, we don't know if they're an ex-member or what have you, but maybe Reciprocity could maybe suggest that they know about the Conclave, they know what their goals are, they don't remember anything else about them, but they remember that they were important in some way to them. And that maybe they would be interested, because their goals, as far as I remember, the Conclave specifically are trying to build a network of AI on the down low for their own thing. So they might find it useful.
This could be like wildly powerful to them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like
Oh, Conclave 01. Right.
Conclave 01. Yeah.
Yeah. So they might be kind of dangerous to go and try and talk to, but also they might pay us handsomely.
How about I have a connection, Aura, an information broker. If Aura could be our point person, and we send out the word to these specific interested parties rather than like just be like, hey, black market, we have this thing, you know. We send out the information to these parties and we go, starting price is 8 cred. And we start a little bidding war between these groups.
Ooh, I like that.
That sounds fun.
Where do I come up with these ideas?
You're a game writer.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So,
yeah, let's.
I like that plan, because then we have a level of plausible deniability.
Space eBay via information
Space
broker.
Bay. The great thing is that you're sending a message out over the Ansible network, being like,
guess what we have?
yeah. All right. I'm sure that the look, it's fine. The
we'll
Seer probably don't listen in on the Ansible network.
Why don't we go to the information broker? Where do they live?
Yeah, like so do you have a contact as an information broker thing?
Yes, they're my friends.
Cool. Have we seen them before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where were they?
We rescued them, didn't we?
No, it wasn't that person.
Did we see them?
But we did get.
We didn't see them in person.
That's right. We rang them.
We called them.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the thing: is that you can send a wave to anyone in the system, and that won't be answerable, in the Brex system, because that'll just be regular old radio waves, which are at speed of light, not faster than. But sending a message to someone who's in any of the other systems, you probably kind of need it to be answerable, unless someone so here's the thing: is that the other way of having messages travel faster than light is to have someone like have it on a piece of paper or like a computer disk or whatever, and just travel through the gates, which is slower than Ansible but still faster than light.
But we're in the Brex system and the broker's on night, so let's just go to Nightfall.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
So we have a little criminal huddle in the pancake room. Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the crime.
We egg each other on.
Nightfall.
I love that we have a pancake room.
I love that we're all super strung out and stressed, and we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go do this dangerous thing.
One of our friends is just blacked out in a corner, just beat up all the hell.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, so, yeah, we head back to Nightfall. You do the like complicated procedure of making landing on Nightfall, because like it's so frustrating trying to like land on Nightfall and not accidentally get hit by a rogue moon that it's like passing overhead, because it's just constantly like, oh fucking all right, yeah. But yeah, you make it down. And if we're trying to be near near an area near the information broker, we probably have an idea of where they are. And so yeah, we land down in this area that is where like we see like orange red dust come up underneath the thing, and the whole area is just filled with like shipping containers and like crates and like things made out of like milk crates. There are people. There's a market. The area where all of the ships land. This is an area where like you would land if you're a ship that is like a cargo hauler, right? And so there's just a market is set up on the like space between all of the in the like the red dirt between all of the ship landing spots. And so like the Rhapsody like pulls down, and there's like this little blue bug between all of these huge industrial cargo ships, one of which has been turned into like a party cruiser, and so it's got like lights and like flashing music and all these sorts of things, and yeah, just as you step out, it starts to go from like quite bright daylight, and everyone has like their straw hats and all the, and like and things on to like it starts to go into a dusk, one of the day's many dusks, and yeah, someone nearby is yelling at one of the merchants in this thing because the chicken they bought is not authentic.
It's rad again.
Now imagine that's important in space, considering how much DC likes mixing up space genetics.
Well, yeah, it's clearly a clone chicken, and so therefore, like, yeah, will not. I think so. This it's not compatible with my. It's not compatible with my organics.
It's a GMO.
It's not producing it's not producing whatever it is they're expecting this chicken to be doing.
Eggs, hopefully.
Well, neither do my chickens, and my chickens are real chickens. They're just lazy shits.
Don't know. I think he holds up an egg and like, look at this. Can you see how ridiculous this is? He's holding up an egg, right? Like, just yeah. Anyway, so there's this argument going on. Someone else is selling caramel fairy floss, or it's just the whole thing is full of people yelling.
It's very tiring.
Yeah, it's very, very like everyone's trying to get your attention, right? Like someone's trying to get you to come on the cruise ship. Some other people are trying to make sure that you don't go into this like there are some big heavily armed dudes just yelling at people to like back off from like this from like a collection of these shipping crates that clearly make up like a business area. Yeah,
feels like home.
But yeah, I think did you call ahead to your information broker friend?
Yes, but I sent them a code letting them know that we have something to sell. Mm-hmm. High value customers only.
Yeah, cool, awesome. So they've like given you the address to meet them at, and so this is where you like parked nearby. And yeah, I think, do you take the others with you for this meeting?
I don't think Tin Can will go because they're half broken.
That's what I was thinking. The only person who isn't like beat to shit is Reciprocity. So
just very stressed. It's fine.
You'll have communicators. If shit goes wrong, I'll come in and grappling hook you out.
I get used to that now. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
let's go.
So yeah,
team.
We make our way through the market and the and like through the slightly, because this is the slightly slummier part of the planet. This is quite near to where to the the dumps where you stole the grappling hook in the first place, and yeah, we head up like an old water tower. Hand over hand up like a rickety ladder, and yeah, head inside this water tower, and inside there is there is set up like a desk, and like there are paintings on the walls of the water tower of the inside of the water tower, and like pot plants and a very nice rug, and yeah, what's the name of your friend?
Aura.
So yeah, Aura turns off the like holographically projected TV on the wall that's like got stock markets going up and down. And she like and like swings around on her chair and is like, you didn't she's like, oh, if you'd rung the thing, I would have sent the anyway. And like as you're like huffing and puffing from having got climbed up the ladder, she's like, and she like gestures towards like an elevator, and she's like, I would have sent it, but you just had to press the buzzer. Anyway, close the door behind you. It can get a little chilly. Do you need to? She's like, here, I'll put the heating on. And like, you know, the like the ceiling of the like circular chamber just kind of turns into a yellow orange like warm radiator. And yeah, she's like, so what have you got for me? I understand you've been to Acadie. She's like, that's a dangerous place.
It's a shithole. Don't go there.
And she's like, yeah. And she's like, that's what they say. But I'm just trying to remember because it's She's like, it's a shithole. Yes, but that's why all of the dangerous types hang out there. I hope you didn't. I hope you're not bringing me something stolen from a syndicate.
No, nothing like that.
She's like,
we did release the Black Death upon the universe, so maybe you'll hear that on the radio waves. But beyond that,
you're always so funny.
Yeah, jokes. Beyond that, we have this radio transponder intergalactic dynamic inhibitor thing.
And Reciprocity just kind of like pulls it out from under their body. Thane didn't know that Reciprocity brought it, just like, and holds it out.
Yeah, and she's like, "You're really selling it. So this is the thing you want to find a buyer for?"
Yeah, we know that it do faster than light radio transmissions, and we've got a couple people in mind who would be interested in something like that.
And she's like, and do the Sahir know about this?
Does it matter if they do?
She's like, quite significantly for the price, I would imagine.
You know how it is.
I really don't. I'm gonna have to ask you to elaborate whether or not the weird Xenos with the servants and the like giant death ships know about the stolen technology.
The thing is, they send a lot of people out on that job, and we've been masking the transmission ever since we got it. And you know, out there, nobody knows we're out there. Could have been tens of thousands of people searching for a little bit of loot, you know? So they're aware that someone's, you know, looking for it. They have no idea that it's us. And once you hand it off to whoever, you pay a little fee for silence, and
she's like, yeah, and she's like, so I'm going to sell this based on the assumption that whoever it is that takes it is not going to come back yelling at is not going to be traced back to me by the Sahir.
Well, I'm just saying that whoever you sell it to should probably have their own fleet of giant death ships and let the two interested parties figure it out for themselves. We're just, middle guys, gals, and, Xenos, all the other space genders,
The warranty is void if the seal, the lead wrapping, is removed.
Hear that, comms? I'm gonna relay that
Yep.
to you.
Yeah, she's like, all right, well, you've, I know I owe you, so let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna put some feelers out there, see if anyone needs an illegal Ansible transponder, which could be helpful, assuming that it has the regular, assuming that it has any kind of masking on it, and we'll see how that goes. So,
Cool.
do you see?
I trust.
What I'm thinking here is that there might be a roll here to see how much money you get for it. As far as like how well you communicate what it is, how the quality of your eBay listing.
Yeah, how good is the eBay listing?
Yeah.
How good are the photos?
Oh, high tier.
What kind of roll do we think that is?
I think probably consort.
Makes sense to me.
I got consort.
Cool. Me too, but just one.
So I'm thinking a failure looks like it goes to the Sahir and they know that you tried to undersell them, like sell it to someone else. But you still get your 6 coin. I think a success with complication means you don't know who it goes to, and you're gonna get 7, and a success is we can make sure that it's a friendly person that we like that gets it, and you get 8.
Okay. Thane, how many points in consort do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. How many stress do I spend to help?
1.
1. Okay, I'm going to help.
What does that help look like?
Spinning around in circles. Being very energetic and
It calms
excited.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure that it helps convince Aura though. How do you help convince Aura? Because she's the one that we're like talking to as the eBay listing.
Well, I think I'm channeling through Thane because strangers to reciprocity probably find reciprocity very strange and off-putting.
Look, I think reciprocity's very best friends find reciprocity strange and off-putting from time to time.
Wow.
But that doesn't make them any less endearing. So, so helping for 1. This sounds risky, where the risk is it ends up in the hands of the Sahir and they're upset about it. And it sounds potentially great, right? And potentially you end up with more money.
I am also going to spend another gambit.
We don't have any more gambits.
We don't? Oh,
no,
we don't.
We spent them getting off the planet.
Dang it. If only
Right.
This was desperate. It's okay. So I got 3.
Three's a fair few.
Mm-hmm.
3 is good.
You got this.
Boom! I got a 4. Whew. That was close to a 3.
We get she just says, look, this is a complicated one. There's a fair amount of risk involved for me personally. So look, if you pass it off to me, I'll get you the creds as soon as I find a buyer.
Yeah, do what we gotta do.
She's like, and yeah, she like goes over and like opens up a safe and puts the thing in there until she's got. So basically, she's selling it for you on commission. So she'll send you the money once she knows, once it's sold.
Alrighty, you really don't want to unwrap that, by the way.
She's like, no, I really don't. Notice the big, large safe.
Yeah, you're the best. You're the best. You know what you're doing. I'm just,
And she's like, yes, I am. It's lovely. It's lovely to see you again, Thane. And she's like, and your friend.
Reciprocity's already left. They're going to buy pancake ingredients.
Robot makes a mean pancake. If you ever want to come by the ship, have breakfast.
And she's
just
like,
letting you know.
Look, I might take you up on it. For the moment, though, I've got a lot of work to do.
Right. I have a lot of partying to do, so...
That sounds tough.
Yeah. See you later.
So yeah, let's take our break and we can do some downtime. We'll be back in a minute.